Hey guys, so this week's episode is gonna look a little bit different because, well, unfortunately, me and Jossie decided to,
Meet up in person.
yeah, let's get into it, guys.
So, if you thought that the 2026 regulations were going to be a smooth ride, the Barcelona Shakedown just entered the chat to humble us all.
Exactly, the secret testing week is over. The garage doors are finally open, and we have the receipts on who actually showed up and who's already in the gravel trap.
Whoops. Well, I'm Jocelyn, and I am personally offended that William skipped the entire week because her car was too complicated to finish. James Vowels, blink twice if you need us to come help bolt the floor on.
And I'm Rissy. Today we're breaking down why a shakedown is basically just an F1 first date. Low stakes, everyone's hiding their true self, and someone usually ends up crying in the garage.
We're talking about the mileage wars, where Mercedes looked scary reliable, while McLaren had a fuel system meltdown that left Oscar Piastri as a sitting duck.
And can we talk about the times? Lewis topped the board in his Ferrari, but in the shakedown world, the fastest lap is like a Tinder profile. It's probably filtered and definitely not the whole truth.
Plus, we're looking ahead to Bahrain. Shakedown was the rehearsal, but next week in the desert is the opening night. No more closed doors, no more hiding, just 11 teams and a lot of very expensive sand.
Yes. From the rookie mistakes to the engine glitches that have the engineers sweating, we're yapping about everything the official F1 channels don't want you to see.
So grab your popcorn, your favorite emotional support driver, because the 2026 era is officially messy.
So let's get into it. Let's start with what is Shakedown?
All right. So, as you can see, now that we are here together, we have our little notes and everything. But let's talk about Shakedown. A lot of people, especially if you are new to the F1 world, you probably don't know Shakedown is just a random
I didn't know what Shakedown was until literally Shakedown happened this year.
Yeah.
So
Shakedown, basically, it's a systems check. That's all it is. So this is before the official preseason testing starts out, which we already kind of mentioned will be in Bahrain. So what they did was they went in Barcelona, and it's kind of each team gets limited mileage. Each team gets about 200 kilometers to kind of make sure that their car doesn't literally fall apart before the real test.
Since, US, what the fuck is a kilometer?
What the fuck is a kilometer?
That's about 33 laps. So, yeah.
So, why was it such a secretive thing? I think all over online and everything, it's the constant talk was the secret Barcelona or secret shakedown kind of situation.
Right. And so it wasn't necessarily a secret.
No.
They just wanted, I think, to give teams privacy before Bahrain.
And it's not a public event. Yes, we did see images, we did see videos and everything.
Because teams were allowed to post X amount
of whatever they wanted.
Whatnot. And obviously people are going to find ways.
Exactly.
They did have police helicopters and all that. Police were
drones, all sorts of stuff. So it's more so just kind of a not so public testing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So each of the teams, especially, we already made sure there's 7 teams that already released all of their liveries. But we also have the 4 teams that haven't released their liveries. So those 4 teams that haven't released their liveries, with the exception of McLaren and Cadillac, because they did kind of have those shakedown specific liveries that they had. So
they had a stealth mode is what McLaren called it.
Yeah.
Which I'm here for. I love
the stealth.
I'm all for these all black liveries.
Yes.
Yes, I know each team has to be a little bit different.
Yes.
But these black liveries look so pretty.
So the 4 teams that haven't fully released their livery, well, Williams actually has released their livery. And so we'll talk about that when we go over all of the livery releases for those
we're
next 4
focusing
teams.
on Shakedown.
Just that.
And the week and the chaos that was Shakedown.
So plain liveries, for those 4 other teams and everything, just to make sure that their engines actually start. But when we talk about Shakedown, I think the best way that we could talk about it is if we compare it to maybe something that a lot of people probably do know. So think about it as Shakedown kind of being the very first rehearsal of a play where everyone's forgetting their lines and the set just keeps falling apart.
Yeah.
So
we have, red flags.
Yes.
Did we cause them? No.
No.
It is.
No.
It is the new regulations.
Yes.
Nobody knows the cars.
Yes.
I've been seeing and reading from multiple drivers that it's going to shake things up. It's going to be messy.
Yes.
We did see messy. We had a couple red flags, like Hajar caused a red flag. There was a lot of spins. There was a lot of stuff. But I am glad that they did get to test in the wet a little bit.
Yes. I think that definitely did help. I'm a Max girly. I like, well, not fully.
She's a Checo girly.
I am a Checo girl. Let's get that straight.
Facts, bitch.
But basically, I think we all know about Max Verstappen when it comes to wet races and how he does really, really exceptionally well in those type of situations. So I think it was really interesting to see how each driver, except for Williams, each driver did their own thing, and they were able to kind of figure out the glitches, figure out the twitches, figure out all that type of stuff on that track with a mixture of dry and wet.
Yes. So, but we also have Oscar, who only tested half a day for the first day they went out. Yeah. Orlando went first, and then Oscar went second day. And had a fuel issue, right?
It's a fuel system issue. So basically, in 2026, which is this upcoming new season, the plumbing is so tight that a fuel issue could mean that they have to strip down the whole entire car, which they did. So they did end up doing that. So Oscar is now on the back foot when it comes to mileage compared to Lando. So I think that's kind of one of those... We're already kind of starting to see the rift that these new regs are doing.
It's causing issues. Obviously, Lando is the new world champion. Yes. So people are thinking, oh, favoritism, this, that, and the other. I think not. And if you want to come at me with that, let's argue about it. Because I will protect Lando.
Hit the comments.
Through and through, baby.
She is a tried and true Lando girl.
That is my boy.
Don't meanwhile, I'm over here like, I love Max, but I like...
this one, but
don't get it twisted. I think let's talk about kind of who was at the top for who was at the top. So we're talking about
it was crazy. Underdogs were up, and then the better teams were a little bit lower. Yeah. Who's really sandbagging? Who's kind of hiding pace? Yeah. Who's lying about certain things? Like, is Williams really behind XYZ?
I think that they're coming out with a damn rocket and they just didn't want to show it at Barca. Right. That's my take. But let's talk about Mercedes. Yes. Mercedes were the straight A students, extra credit and everything. George and Kimi logged 500 laps, which is the most from anyone.
Which is actually crazy.
I think that's exceptional. I think that's really, really cool to see. And we're kind of seeing the tried and true mastery of what Mercedes has really done as the years have progressed. So there's that. But we also kind of have to talk about Racing Bulls, V-Carb, Lindblad. They were also doing very, very well. They also had pretty high mileage in comparison. So the reliability is definitely an early green flag.
The laps don't really do much. Granted, they do give teams a little bit more understanding of the cars, of what's going on and whatnot. But your team can still suck.
Yes. So, again, Barcelona is just kind of the pre-season pre-testing before Bahrain. So
Bahrain, they can get more.
Exactly.
More for them to
do. So when we think about Barcelona, think about it kind of like as a trial run type of situation where you're looking into the cars, you're seeing how fast it goes. Right. Obviously some of the drivers were saying that the car was a little twitchy when it was going towards those curves and those apexes. Yes. But it was a rocket ship when it was going down those straights.
Yeah, the straights are clean, the straights are pretty. Yeah. But it's the curves that are going to be a little scary because you've got a smaller, narrower car. Yes. So no, there's too many factors. There's a lot of factors.
There's also some stuff that came out after Shakedown though about Mercedes in particular. So if we're talking about Shakedown, we kind of have to bring up that
shake it up.
We need to talk about the drama that's going and following Mercedes. So rumor has it that their new engine has a clever interpretation.
And the team that pointed out was Red Bull.
Yeah.
Are we shocked?
No, we're not. It's kind of like one of those things where Red Bull was, I think they're probably upset about how 2025 ran. And so now they're all like, well, you guys are also not following things to a T.
Exactly.
So it's kind of a little difficult because they're saying, based off of the notes that we have, that the compression rules could be worth tenths. And so when we're working with seconds in those type of situations, when we're working with seconds, minutes, tenths, the tenth of a second, tenth of this, it could make all of the world of a difference. It could definitely make a huge impact when it comes to spacing between these vehicles, when it comes to coming up, if let's say George is P4 and there's that that separate little thing of a tenth of a second, that's the difference between them getting extra points within P3 or P4.
Crazy. We know how this goes because it's been, some of them have been literally like, what? Not even a tenth, like
100th or like
a split second off. I don't know.
Tiny little bit.
Give me math. I don't. I'm an English girly.
Terminology. We're unfortunately Americans, so a lot of terminology when it comes to the Europeans is.
It's a no.
Besides that, but are we looking at a resurgence of the 2014 dominance of Mercedes?
Right. But
like what's going on in that regard? I
think it might have been cleared.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
I think that's something that we're probably going to have to look into a little bit more and touch base on next episode, which, by the way, next episode, we're going to be talking about the drama outside of Shakedown. So all that type of stuff.
It's going to be spicy. Stay tuned, she's talking a lot more right now because she understands this a little bit more. Like I said, it's my first Shakedown. No idea.
Shakedown is fun.
But the drama? Oh, baby. I live for it.
All right. But let's go on into Ferrari. One brain cell.
Literally, this way you guys get to see
how we react.
Together.
Yeah, this is how we act when we're hanging out in person. It's not just something that's brought up on all the other episodes where we're separate. This is real life. Yeah. Ferrari, though.
Yes, Ferrari.
Let's talk about Lewis.
Oh, I'm a Lewis girly. Obviously, I love Lando, but
yeah. I started off back in 2013 and everything. I started off as tried and true, only Lewis.
Do we think this is going to be Ferrari's comeback?
Oh, no. Listen, Tifosi has been saying
World Championship, but it should be 9th, but it's fine. We don't talk about that. Cut. See you, bye.
Cut the episode. No, but Ferrari... Again, we need to say this again. It's Shakedown. A lot of these things don't count. Yes, they're important, but it's like we're living in the Matrix.
Exactly.
Kind of situation.
Who actually knows what's happening?
Yeah.
Who's hiding pace? Who's lying?
Nope. Hello.
I don't know why I have an alarm for 7 p.m., but yeah.
We have it. But fastest lap of the week. He officially set the fastest lap of the week.
Let me pull up the actual lap times.
Yes.
Hold on, I can't spell.
At least with my notes, I think it's 1 minute and 16.3 seconds on Friday. That's what I have written down. I could be wrong. This is why we cross-reference. This is why we fact-check. Let's see.
1 minute, 16 seconds.
0.348. So I just did 0.3. But what was it for the next few drivers?
Let me see.
But
George Russell. So the official out of the entire Shakedown. So we have Lewis at the top with the 116.3. We have George in the Mercedes with the 116.4. Lando with the 116.5. Leclerc with a 116.6.
Yeah.
Those are your top 4. Then you have Antonelli with a 117. And then Max with a 117.5.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're close.
Both Ferrari's top 4, though.
And can we talk about the smiles and the posting that Lewis and Charles are doing?
Content.
Because compared to last season and them, you can tell. And these men seem genuinely so excited for their car right now, which we need because we could have seen a Leclerc exit. We still could.
Yeah, we still can.
But we can see a Hamilton retirement as well.
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm hoping not. But from the looks of it, the way they're posting on socials, the way they look genuinely so happy, like the eyes like lie.
The difference from the season last year to how they're reacting to all of the releases kind of right now within Ferrari. I think one of the biggest things that was brought up last season, was how defeated Lewis looked. And then obviously Charles was also very, very frustrated. He was very upset with how everything was going. But I think a lot of people zeroed in on Lewis, where
because it was his debut.
People were asking. It's like people were asking him like, "Oh, is there anything positive that you could say?" And we got the infamous, "Well, the weather's nice." Or we like, what was it? There was a person that had called out to Lewis when he was walking by, and they said, "Don't forget who you are." And he was just so defeated, and he's like, I really needed that. Like, I really needed that reminder that it's not just me beating myself up.
It's the car is shit.
Yeah.
Change your fucking car. You know.
Yes. But was this the glory running how you said, or is this just kind of something that was done to make Tifosi happy? Was this kind of something to appease by? Like, are they actually that fast?
Dude, that shit was a bullet. The times don't lie, obviously.
No, they do not lie.
But Ferrari was the only one without any issues the entire week.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
It could really come down. It could come down to the Mercedes engine.
Yes.
What is going on?
Yes.
We're not gonna know until literally
Bahrain,
Bahrain,
which is next weekend for us. Right now, we are filming this Super Bowl weekend.
We are literally so late. We are so sorry. But we both decided to end up sick.
Yeah, we were both dying. Fun fact: this is not our full-time gig, obviously.
We
work with kids,
so those germs. Yeah. But let's go back to what we're doing.
Okay, so those are our green flags. Let's talk about our yellow flags. What were the things where it was kind of like, I see some issues. There's some things going on.
Okay, but another red flag, not really a yellow flag. Hajar again. Crashing into the wall.
Yeah.
On day 2. But also
I mean, that's not really how you want to do things if you want to prove that the new Ford engine is
exactly.
reliable.
But we can bring it back to is that second seat cursed? Is it truly cursed after Danny Rick?
Yeah. Well, it was cursed before.
Well, it was a lot more cursed, but it's become a lot more
prevalent.
Yes.
Yes. All the P words.
Except some, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel Red Bull overall is kind of looking disrupted in comparison to Mercedes. And like there's some slack, which I think maybe is why Red Bull was the first one to bring up like, hey, check Mercedes. So
yeah.
But I feel like Isaac, unfortunately,
he's trying.
He's really trying. He's doing.
He said last season he didn't want to be in the seat. He didn't want to go to Red Bull. Because he didn't feel ready.
What was the big thing that happened last season where it's Isaac's first race? What happened?
I don't even remember.
Oh, he crashed.
Oh, yeah.
He crashed, and everybody was saying horrible driver, horrendous person, and everything like that. And so a lot of people are trying to make comparisons now, and they're saying, well, he crashed then. He crashed now.
Yeah. What's
going to happen as the season progresses? So
are we going to see a Jack Doohan case? Where Jack Doohan was literally just kicked out.
Speaking of Jack Doohan, he's back as a reserve driver. But we'll talk. Well, that's past Shakedown. That's
Sidetrack.
past. That's past.
Shakedown.
That's past. But we kind of touched base on this a little bit earlier. But let's talk about McLaren. Let's talk about Oscar Piastri. So it's a big one. Oscar was his running was cut short on day 4 because of the fuel system issue.
Yes.
So they had to kind of tear everything down. There's a mileage difference.
It's, like, completely their fault. Obviously, it is a F up on their part.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's good that it happened now.
Yes, literally.
It's good that, like, if you want a mistake to happen, Barcelona is the place for those situations to happen before. Bahrain is like where we start like getting into the nitty gritty, where it's just like we need to like you should have this shit sorted. So Barcelona is like, we messed up.
Oh no! Like, boys are okay. Okay.
Yes. But basically,
that's actually funny. Okay.
I promise. Or we think we're funny and we just get each other's sense of humor.
No, we're funny.
Yeah.
And if you don't think we're funny, I don't know. We're also in a hotel, so sorry to our neighbors.
Sorry. Whoopsie. Okay. We talked about Red Bull. We talked about McLaren. We talked about what? I think that's basically our yellow flags right now. I feel like those are the ones where we're like, some issues.
What's going on?
Kind of figure it out. Before
it must be the water. I don't know.
It must be the water. Put that in the book of knowledge. But, all right. New kids and the no-shows.
Ooh.
New kids and the no-shows.
The no-shows, obviously, Williams.
What's fucking Williams? They missed the entire week. Literally, that entire week, there was no car, no laps, nothing. This was like, Shakedown was before their livery release.
They literally released their livery, a few days after Shakedown?
Literally, yeah. I think it was, last day? If not Saturday?
Shit,
it was something. I don't know what it was, but it's like literally Shakedown ended, and then Williams was like, car.
Hey, actually, we're ready. We're okay.
Look at our car. Isn't it pretty?
We're on wait. We're on time. But, I saw something. And I don't know. I think McLaren said, I don't know if it was Oscar or Lando, but I heard that McLaren said the car is going to be overweight for the first race. Probably. Which I don't know how that's technically allowed if Williams wasn't even allowed to do Shakedown because of their car being overweight and having other issues.
I don't know. That's something that we're going to have to see as it progresses for Bahrain.
First race is going to be crazy, honestly.
I don't know. But yeah, so there are the rumors saying that they failed the crash test multiple times.
Yes.
There are rumors that they were over the weight limit. James Vowell is saying that it's going to be fully ready for Bahrain. But skipping the 5 days of Shakedown is kind of a massive L. Like, they didn't have that extra cushion. Now, if they come out with a
crazy-ass bullet and are like...
Who knows? Who knows?
Surprise us? I'm be like, y'all were fucking lying.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
It's not my business.
Listen, at the end of the day, that's them.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are going to have to deal with the repercussions of what's going on.
Monkeys.
No. So, we will figure that out. But, okay. The new kids. Yes. New kids on the block. We're talking about Audi. How was Audi? So Gabby and Nico kind of had like a mixed week.
Yeah.
They had a technical issue on day 1 that completely shut their car down.
I feel like every team but Ferrari had issues.
Yeah. So it's brand new in the works team. They're finding the bugs now, which is good. But it just shows kind of how steep the 2026 learning curve is when it comes to everybody. So
this is a flat line. Yeah. Everybody's good, clean slate.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
We all are sharing the same brain right now.
Exactly. So while they're not the new kids on the block per se, we did see Nico and Gabby last season, obviously with Kicksauber, and we know that they had that era where they are skilled drivers. They are great drivers when it comes to what they do. Obviously, they would not be on the grid if they did not have the means to prove themselves.
Right.
But obviously when it comes to Audi, we have to figure out they obviously could bring some of the ideas and terminology and all that type of stuff that was from Kick Sauber over onto Audi, but they had to create a completely different car.
Yes.
And so starting from scratch with new regulations and everything where you don't have something that you can just slightly modify or slightly do these things to is a big learning curve on its own. So it's a little hard. They're not the new kids on the block per se.
The new kids on the block is Cadillac.
Cadillac's completely new team and everything like that. Again, seasoned drivers though. Seasoned drivers. We obviously have seasoned. My mexicano. Aquí. Un tajín. En el ladito de una margarita. There you go. That's my man. I love Checo.
Beautiful. I love Bottas.
Can we talk about how now that he's back on the grid fully, we're going to get another calendar?
Oh my god, I'm so excited for this calendar. If you don't know the calendar,
look up the Valtteri Bottas calendar. It's not safe for work in a lot of situations. Just
parental advisory, 18 and up.
Be warned.
Explicit content.
Be warned. We're also not telling you to go look it up if you're uncomfy with it. Listen, you are a big boy, big girl, big everything.
You a big person.
Do things that you feel comfortable with and don't do things that you're not comfortable with. That's
exactly
easy peasy. Fine. Okay. But yes, they ran a stealth monochrome livery with the names of all of their employees on it.
Which is cool. I like it.
I loved it. I am very big where almost everything I own and wear is black. Yeah. Or gray.
I bought her this shirt though.
So I kind of dig it. I like it. We're talking about when it comes to Cadillac, though, when it comes to Shakedown, is Checo himself did say that they're more focused on the installation laps. They're not focused on like a lot of those things where they're not chasing speed yet. They're just kind of making sure that the lights stay on, the car moves, it does what it
shows that teams can be sandbagging and just completely lying, flat out lying.
They're not just fully giving us their all.
Because why would they? I'm not gonna give you my all the first time you see me the fuck.
Listen, if you're playing poker and stuff like that, you have your poker face. You're not gonna show in your face what you have in your hand, what you're dealt.
Show your cards
when it's best for you. Exactly. That's it. And that's all that Shakedown is. Shakedown is very much holding your cards close to your chest and keeping them hidden from everyone else.
Try not to fold them.
And just making sure that you have a good poker face where it's like, oh, yeah, no, my car works. Yeah, my car's not having issues with this. It's fine.
But yet everybody knows, what did you do? What is happening?
Exactly. So, what's next?
Preseason testing in Bahrain.
So, the sandbagging era ends right now. We are...
To an extent.
To an extent. Obviously, there's always going to be sandbagging. There's always going to be...
We're not going to know fully until that first race in Australia.
But in Barcelona, the teams can hide more. In Bahrain,
they can't because it's public.
The sun is out, the cameras are on, and the times actually start to matter a little bit more.
Yes.
We're starting to look into how they're pushing the vehicle, how they're taking those corners, how they're taking those turns, how they're taking those straights. All of these type of things.
The driving line is a little bit different.
Exactly.
You have to figure it out. Braking late, braking early, this, that, and the other.
So, just based off of Shakedown.
Yeah.
Who do we see that we're excited for and we think that they're going to do good in Bahrain? And who are we kind of on the fence a little bit more?
I think we can all agree Ferrari. Excited for
Ferrari. Very,
because if they can have this comeback season after last season, are you kidding me?
I think it's going to be a great turnabout.
Are you kidding me? Are you joking?
Are you joking me?
Are you joking?
But yeah, I'd say probably Ferrari and Mercedes. I feel like those are probably the teams that we did see. I'm
excited for Lando debuting as world champion, so...
She's excited for the number 1 on his vehicle.
Oh, it's so pretty. Also, I'm waiting for my LN1 merch to still get here. Should be here in a few days.
Hopefully. Soon.
I've been waiting since, a week, if that, after
the finality of everything. Yeah. But we are in the U.S. Shipping and customs and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But the 2026 era is officially starting. We are officially getting there. We are starting to see cars on the track. We are starting to see how they're progressing. We're starting to see how they go about with things. So let's be fair, it's already a mess. It's already
chaos.
It's already chaotic.
And if you're into anything that's boring, this is not your sport.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Formula One is chaotic,
Yes.
drama filled. Like the adrenaline junkies love this shit.
Yep.
I'm not a big adrenaline junkie. I don't know what I am,
but
how I got into this, but
it happens. It happens.
It is what it is.
But listen, that's Shakedown. That's kind of the breakdown of what. Oh, that rhymed.
She got bones.
But that is the breakdown of Shakedown and seeing how we're moving forward into this season. We are starting to get ready with Bahrain. We are starting to slowly but surely make our way over to Australia.
We're almost there, guys. It is February 7th as of today. Which
7:17 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
The first race is when? March
8th.
The week of March 7th?
I think March 8th is like the...
I think it's 6th, 7th, and 8th? Or 5th, 6th, and 7th?
Oh, God. You just keep saying 6, 7, and all I think about is my kids. Like, oh, no.
Bro, my kids. I work with 4-year-olds.
Yeah. I work with 6-year-olds. So you can see how that goes. But, yeah. So 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
So the very first, first weekend.
We're literally almost there. We are a month away from quali. But, as always,
hit that follow.
Subscribe, like, comment, share. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
All of the
obviously
things.
YouTube.
Yes.
We're working on getting into Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. Yes. I have to figure all that out. But
yeah. She's the one that does that stuff. I talk technology, F1. She handles technology outside.
Yes. Yes.
Because I feel like a grandma.
And if things are edited wild,
don't blame us. But we're not professional.
We'll see you in Bahrain for more carnage, more drama.
And this is Red Flag Racing. Woo!
Yeah, we don't cause red flags. We just are red flags.
We just talk about them. No, I don't think I'm a red flag.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.